There you go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, guys, this is, I am Anthony Chisom, founder and president of the Anthony Chisom AIDS Foundation, and I am speaking with Herbert Hodge, who is, what's your title, Herbert? Co-chairman of Campaign to End AIDS. So they are holding a rally out here today at the Martin Luther King Center here in Dallas, and I just wanted to come as a founder of a nonprofit and see what is going on here in the city of Dallas with other organizations and see where my foundation can kind of help out. So tell me about Campaign to End AIDS.
Okay, Campaign to End AIDS is what we're basically trying to do is look at things on a local and a national level in the city of Dallas. We're trying to get the organizations to collaborate with us. Is what we're trying to do, so we can come up with a plan to end this epidemic here.
Okay.
And one of the biggest efforts for this rally today is because on March the 11th, we were supposed to be grading the efforts of the president.
Okay. President Obama?
President Obama within his first 100 days, and March the 11th was the actual 50th day.
Okay.
So we actually see that things are actually changing because he has nominated, he has given what Jeff Crowley, the director's position, to look into this and to help different organizations on a national and on a local level.
And from my understanding, I believe that with the past president, that was a position that was empty for 2 years.
Right, it was empty for 2 years. It was never anything ever done. It wasn't even looked at or anything. But now, since President Obama is in office, they're actually looking at it.
Okay.
So which give us a good start right now.
Okay. So how did you have to define Campaign to End AIDS? Because you say that this is a national organization, is that correct?
Yes.
And you are over the Dallas chapter.
I'm over the Dallas chapter. It was a friend of mine, Isaac Henry. He basically needed some help.
Okay.
And he asked me to help him. So I started helping him, doing like different things with Campaign to End AIDS and doing outreach. So we actually had a position to come over in Dallas. So a chairman position, so I was elected chairman for that position.
Okay.
Because they felt like that I could actually do the job. I don't have a problem speaking out.
Okay.
And I will voice.
It definitely takes a voice.
It takes a voice. And I will speak out.
Okay.
That's what it's about to do.
So what are some of the goals that the Dallas chapter of Campaign to End AIDS has?
Well, the goals right now is what we're trying to re-educate, one of the biggest things, and then try to look at the prevention efforts here. Because what we want is the Dallas City Council, the Dallas County Commissioners, and the Dallas Health Department to actually get involved, just as well as the organizations. Because there's a lot of issues here where there's people that's HIV positive that are homeless. And a lot of them are suffering right now because they're not being able to find services or get into different organizations because either.
But I know that there are rules to that.
Right,
there's a process for being able to receive those. Correct. And a lot of it starts with having an address.
Right.
So that's kind of making it difficult if you're homeless, correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
You have to have an address, you have to have identification, you have to be able to see a doctor to get a letter of diagnosis. So if you don't have an address, you can't get help.
Okay.
That's one of the biggest problems. So we're trying to resolve that issue just as well.
Okay. So this Campaign to End AIDS, I just have a question. Is this more directed towards the African American community or everyone in general, or?
Well, really, it's everyone in general.
There you go.
To be honest about it, but we're noticing that African Americans and Hispanics are beginning to become more affected with this right now. So we're going to try to focus on a little bit of everybody. So we're going to try to group everything together. So where it'll all just be one. That's the way we look at it.
Well, my organization, the Anthony Chisom AIDS Foundation, we are a global nonprofit. And I'm just wondering what you feel it is that maybe my organization, we have our own programs. One of our major programs is to sponsor people living on COBRA that have the insurance to help them with their payments of their COBRA. We also have with medication expenses. We have a medication program, transportation, if you're needing to get to and from medical doctors, things of that nature. And we're kind of putting the global face on AIDS here in the Dallas area. And one of the words that you mentioned, collaboration, is also something that we are looking to work with. And that's why I wanted to come out here today to be a part of this campaign to end AIDS and talk to you guys and see how my organization can collaborate with others here in the Dallas area and around the world and see what it is that we can do to, bring you guys support. What can we do to maybe help you guys out?
Well, right now, anything that anybody can do to help us, we're not gonna be specific, we just know we need to get the other organizations, all organizations, just to help and understand that this epidemic is affecting a lot of people. So however we can stop this epidemic, that's how everyone can actually help.
Now, an issue that I want to address and I want to ask you about is the stigma. The stigma. I feel that just from my own personal experience, because I too live with HIV, AIDS. I was diagnosed 10 years ago. I just had my 10th birthday, as I call it.
Okay.
That's when I started to give myself a new birthday after my diagnosis. So 10 years young with the virus. And I know that a lot of times people think when you're HIV positive, immediately what happens is, oh, you must have been very promiscuous in your way, things of that nature. Whereas a lot of myself and a lot of my friends that have become infected with this disease, it happened when they were just with one person that they were in a relationship with, and it only takes that one time. So what do you feel the campaign to end AIDS, the Chisom AIDS Foundation, people in general can do to help combat the stigma that's associated with this disease?
I think with the stigma is a lot of people just need to really realize it's just another word from another person.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can actually control anything with the stigma yourself. I mean, people can say certain things, it may hurt you, but really,
How it's perpetuated?
right,
What do you do with the information?
with the information, because if you stand out and speak out for yourself, that's gonna stop it. That way nobody won't be able to hurt you with words. And that's the way I feel about it.
Okay.
I mean, just speaking, if you can speak on your own and not worry about what another person said, then you'll be okay.
Well, wonderful. Well, Herbert Hodge, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You hit the button.